Today I'm making fish and chips with a difference. I'm making it with beer, and it's special homemade fish and chips, and this is sort of beer I'm using. It's good stuff. And ingredients you need for this: you need black pepper, beer of course, and spuds, and you need haddock and flour. This I got from Leeds Market, and it's proper haddock from Leeds Market, and it's not not a bad specimen actually. And we got skin that. I don't know if there's bones in it. First thing you've got to do is shift that lot out of the way. It's peeled spuds into wedges for chips, and I'm not going to show you me doing that. Well, actually, why not? It's a bit hell of it. I've got a new camera mount, so hopefully there won't be as many interruptions on this one. Just steady that in focus. You're supposed to use baking potatoes for this, but I couldn't be bothered getting any. So we just peel these like so. It's not a bad bit of fish actually. It's for a pound of haddock it's only a £5. And you just cut that into wedges. Oh, so-called wedges. The camera's on a pole, so I've made a camera mount, so I'm not going to bother switching it on and off just to faff about with peeling stuff. Of course you end up with a ton of peel at the end of it. You can use this peel for compost, which I used to do when I had an house with a garden. Then just cut that into wedges. For one person you just want just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Just do it on a bit of a slant. More or less even. Of course you can buy fish and chips from a normal fish and chip shop, but it's never the same as doing it yourself, and it's probably not as adventurous either. Next stage is to cook these in oil, and we'll just see if I can get this focused on oven. I'll just shift that up. See if we can get focused on oven. Bit of a pain in the ass this, I know. That should do it. Put these in a frying pan. Well, actually we'll put them in a proper pan. Be a bit safer. Just slide them in there like that. I'll bring this in a bit closer. Now I've got them in oil, Also, this recipe calls for seasoning with black pepper, so just sprinkle a bit of black pepper over. It's fairly potent stuff, so you don't want too much. You sprinkle it into oil. And I'm using normal cooking oil, but recipe calls for sunflower oil. Or you can use nut oil or whatever. And we'll just wait for that to boil, to fry. Secret of this is, well, there's no great secret, is that you just want these golden brown. You don't want them to fully cook. And what you do for the next stage is you put them in the oven and you cook them for about 40 minutes. So they're just about golden brown, or what passes for golden brown. And we're just doing it at arm's length. Pour it into a colander, because it gets everywhere. Dive that off into a colander. The thing about chip oil is that you can use it more than once, and what I tend to do is I tend to use it about 6 times just to save a few quid. Put a pan over it, wait for it to cool down, and next stage is, you can see that, I'll just reposition this camera again. Of course, your next stage is to lay them out on a baking tin. It's also a bit difficult getting used to new equipment and camera angles and that. And the idea is now they're nice and golden brown and they don't look too bad. And they've also got some black pepper seasoning on them. You can see spots of black pepper on them. And that's going to come out really well in recipe, or it should do. Arrange them on a baking tray. There's not a great deal there, there's probably just enough for one. And we just slide these in oven for 40 minutes. On gas mark 7. Or probably gas mark 4 if you're not in so much of an hurry. While we're waiting for this to cook, that to cook, one thing you can be doing is skinning haddock. You turn it upside down and you get a layer of silver skin, which is really annoying. Of course, when my mum used to cook fish, she always used to leave this on, and it's not a good trait of a cook to leave this skin on, so we just peel it off. Of course, it's not going to come without an argument. One thing I forgot to do is I forgot to thaw this out. And about 6 hours before you cooking, you want to thaw it out, otherwise it's frozen stiff and I have to defrost this in microwave, working out how to skin the bloody thing. Of course, you can tell I've never done this before. Hang on, I'm a bit of an amateur when it comes to skinning fish, so you have to bear with me on this. I'm just trying to find out what method works best. And I'm going to cut this in half. Of course it hasn't been deboned. It's not like showing you inexperience. Okay, let's have another go at this. Peel off a certain amount of skin with knife. This is how I'm doing it. And lay it down flat like that. Just gently peel it back. All the time keeping your fingers under it. I'm not sure this is proper method to skin fish, but never mind. Job's a good one. Another thing you'll find with fish is you get quite a few bones in it, and they always used to tell you at school, watch out for bones when you're having fish, and you can just rub your fingers on amongst it, up and down it, checking for bones. It's not an 100% guarantee that there won't be any, but I've found one there. I've found quite a few, and what I'm going to do is tweezer it out. I'm not sure this is proper method to debone a fish. Just get in with tweezers and just tweezer that bone out. It's the only method I can come up with at the moment. And just rub your fingers all along it, checking for bones. And I don't think there's any more in there. So what I've got to do now is wait for the chips to cook. These have been in the oven for about half an hour and they're absolutely perfect. As you can see, they're a nice crispy golden brown, and they've got pepper seasoning on them, which is just what's needed. So they are fairly perfect. Next thing you want to do is concentrate on fish, because putting that to one side, we need to heat some oil for frying, and it's just a basic process. Just pour some oil into a pan, not too much. Just put that on the oven. While that's heating up, what you can be doing is preparing your batter mix. And just put some oil, put some flour into a bowl, and you want a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of baking powder. I should have had this out earlier actually. Roughly about half a teaspoon of baking powder, and just mix that in. And next bit is fun bit, and that's where beer comes in. And you pour about a small amount like that into your flour and mix that in, and you want a batter beer mix. So you want that to have fairly soggy consistency. You get that to a nice soft consistency. I can smell beer coming off this, and it smells quite nice. So you want a nice soggy consistency for your batter mix. Just whisk all beer into it. So it's fairly soggy. A bit like making Yorkshire pudding really. You're supposed to whisk it, but just sift it like that. Gets rid of all the lumps. Oils give enough of their fumes. Soap and window. Right, I need to reposition this camera. Next thing you want to do is put your batter, ladle your batter into the frying pan like that. Spread it all around. Make sure you get it all evenly spread. It's important to get right amount of oil and batter mix, so a bit more oil. You are supposed to dip it in, but I'm not sure whether that's going to work or not. It hasn't worked. As you can see, it's the first time I've done this, so made a minor cock up. I'll put that right and we'll switch camera off. I got this recipe from a book, so ask about face. put some put some more flour in. A bit more up there, and we'll try and get it right this time, so we didn't last time. It's not often we have a screw up on these videos, but on this occasion we've gone out of our face and done the whole process the wrong way around. And I blame recipe book, because they're not always 100% right. So we've had a slight screw up. Okay, that should do it. Let's get oil focused on pan. Well, actually I won't do that first. See how a screw up can set you behind. Next thing you want to do is dip your fish in the batter, like to do at chip shop. Only a bit less professionally than they do it. It's a bit of a messy process, this, actually. I'll reposition camera. Oh shit. I'll let that cool down a bit. Then the fish goes in there. Right, let's get a shot of it on the heat. And now we fry it in its own batter. Similar to what they do in chip shop, but it's a bit more sophisticated. We use beer. And this time we've got it right. I'll put fish in batter, now I'm frying it, so we've got the thing right. That's nicely frying. and you just want to fry it until it's golden brown. Fumes are getting a bit heavy in here. Open window. Ouch. Sometimes you've got to ladle a bit more on this to get it in. Get there eventually. Turn it over. Get it back on heat. And just leave that there for a few minutes. Right, that's done. That should be cooked, so the next stage is to turn it out onto a plate, but drain water off, or excess mix off first. A few slices of lemon wouldn't have gone amiss here, but I don't have any. So we're nearly there. And next stage is to put it in oven for 5 minutes, because by this time your chips have cooled down, so you just want it in oven to warm up. And that's it. Thanks for watching.